6 counties in the state of Arizona face a deadline today on whether or not they will certify the election results. The biggest of those 6 counties, Maricopa County, faces a public records lawsuit by Kari Lake, who has reportedly flagged several voting issues in her race for governor.
Joining us now is former Arizona State Director, Western Regional Political Director for the Trump campaign, and Maricopa County resident Brian Seitchik. Brian, thanks for joining us. So this is the second time Arizona has been a major focal point in certifying election results with issues. Why do they continue to face these problems?
Yes, it is no surprise that, again, Maricopa County is the center of the political world. All eyes were here all through the presidential election in 2020 and then the year after during the audit. This obviously was the home of a major governor's race, a big Senate race. Donald Trump picked the top of the ticket, the top 4 folks here. So all eyes are on Arizona. And as what we're dealing with now is some issues from Election Day. Despite, again, all eyes being focused here, we have printer problems and several folks ran into problems while voting. Our closest election right now is the Attorney General's race, where the Republican trails by 510 votes. Kari Lake is down north of 17,000 votes. And this morning, Maricopa County, which is 60% of the vote, is going to canvass their vote or certify that and send that on to the state. The state will then certify on December 5th. Now, that disruption is not going to happen today. Maricopa County is going to certify those results, and then we'll move into the sort of lawsuit phase, which I think is important to note that all of these candidates have the right and should exhaust all of their legal options.
Yeah.
Let's remember, Al Gore did it in 2000. Al Franken did it in 2008. Stacey Abrams has yet to concede her 2018 race.
Yeah, she conceded in 2022, not 2018. So Maricopa County responded over the weekend. They said that less than 1% of ballots were affected by the irregularities, the printer issues. They cited several different factors. Maricopa County is one of the biggest counties in the country, 4.5 million people. 1% of that, 44,000. That's a huge number of votes. How does it play out today over the next several weeks?
Well, the certification will happen today. Nothing will stop that. The Board of Supervisors, which ironically is Republican controlled, is committed to doing that. Once they certify the results, we then have until December 5th for lawsuits and things of that nature. While this is going on, there's going to be a recount of the Attorney General's race, which is 510 votes. The Maricopa County asserts that not enough votes were impacted in the race or affected to alter the election of Lake and Hobbs. So they're saying, yes, there was some minor issues, but there were other avenues for people to vote. So it gets very, very in the weeds, but there's this so-called drawer 3. They're saying that people who had an opportunity to that had these voting issues at one location were able to go through to another. The fact is, again, with all of the eyes focused on the state and everybody watching, these problems are really an embarrassment for the state. The great question the courts are going to have to ask is, were enough people impacted, were enough potential Lake voters impacted to change the outcome of the governor's race? And I will tell you, I am forlorn living here in Arizona of the possibility of living under the Hobbs regime, but 17,000 votes for Lake is a lot of votes, and it does seem unlikely that there's going to be any change there. Okay. Republicans' best hope now is we find something in the Attorney General's race and Abe Hamadeh is able to pull ahead.
Yeah, unbelievable, that race as well. Look, a lot of people are interested in this. Maricopa County, 4th biggest county in the country. This is 3 weeks after Election Day. We're still dealing with this again 2 years later. Unbelievable stuff. Brian, I wanted to tell you this last week. Your background with all those political buttons, that's like my favorite background I've ever seen. Yeah. I want just one of those.
Thank you very much.
Very cool collection. Brian Seitchik, we'll do it again real soon. Keep us posted. Thank you.
Thank you.